Now, today we are going to talk about steps taken to write a composition. We are looking at writing narrative compositions, all right, today. And so there are a few things that I really want to highlight about writing a good composition. And then, all right, thankfully, I still have one composition that has been submitted from Nathan. I'm going to read it later, and then I'm going to talk about what Nathan can improve on, as well as what Nathan did very well in when he's writing this composition. And then we can all reflect on how we actually write as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So composition, let's go. Today we are looking at grammar close first. This is like a generic one. And then after the grammar close, we'll do a little bit of composition. I'm going to do a bit of explanation, and we're going to have a 5-minute break. The class is a 1.5 hour class. So there'll be a 5-minute break in between for you to freshen up, go to the toilet, and then you come back and we'll continue to look at the composition after that again. All right, so that's what the agenda is for today. Yes, Nathan, what are you showing me? What's that? Oh, you're having dinner. Okay. I thought you were showing me something. All right, let's look at grammar close. Now, the way to do grammar close, or rather my strategy is this. Pick it if you want to use my strategy as well. It's effective. All right. Those of you who are very quick in deciding for grammar, you might not find it as effective. All right. If you're very good in grammar, for those of you who just want to play it safe, all right, using my strategy is the safest way to make sure you gain the maximum amount of marks for your grammar close. So very simple. First, I need to make sure what helping words are available to me, because sometimes when I read the passage, right, I'll be like, oh, this word that I know fits here perfectly, and then I look up and then I realize, hey, actually, right, that word isn't in the helping boxes, so I can't use that word at all. So let's have a look at the helping boxes. A to Q, we have words like a and this, right? So we have a few articles over there. We have some complex conjunctions like despite and as. We have a few modal verbs like may and should. We have some simple conjunctions like so. I have a few prepositions as well. There's a few question stem words like where, which, and who. And then we have prepositions like to and with. And we have quantifiers and qualifiers like very as well. So it's a nice mix of words, but at least I know what we're looking for and what we're looking at. Okay, and then we look at the passage. We need to know what the author is actually writing about, and then have an inkling about it. As a journalist, I have been honored to interview some exceptional girls. Blank girls will not let anyone stand in the way of their education. Amina is one such girl. I interviewed Amina last summer when I traveled blank Nigeria. Her home is a place blank girls are forced to quit school after a few years and stay at home. Blank not having a chance to attend secondary school, Amina has persisted in attending one. The act of simply showing up at secondary school is frowned upon, but Amina has stood up for her right to blank education. She excels in her studies and serves blank a role model for other girls. Many girls have been blank inspired by Amina's shining example that they have decided to strive to be like her. Meeting Amina made me realize this. While basic education provides children blank skills to find jobs, it is secondary education that helps turn a bright, brave girl like Amina into a confident and strong leader blank can influence others. Every girl blank get a chance to have secondary education. Let us help girls like Amina to have an opportunity to study beyond primary school. Now, if you read something like this, you might be wondering, hey, is this fictional? Is this fake, right? But believe it or not, even though the world is so modern these days and all the countries have like modern technology, we have AI, we have like electric cars from Tesla and all that. But the sad thing is, there are still some countries with very backward beliefs, or some countries controlled by groups who have very extreme beliefs, and they oppress girls. They say girls are not allowed to have an education. The most they should have primary school education. After that, they should not progress anymore. They should become wives and mothers. They should become cooks and servants and waitresses and stuff like that. They are basically saying that gender inequality is okay in their country, right? So it's actually a fact. It's actually true. Let me show you one very strong example. Yes, Jay, you raised your hand. I think you clicked on it by mistake. Yeah, so that's how you raise your hand to ask a question. Good. Okay, let me show you guys a very prime example over here. This girl is called Malala Yousafzai. All right, and what happened to her? She is from the country of Pakistan. All right, and there are some very odd notions in the part where she grew up at, where she's not actually allowed to have a secondary education, and she was fighting for fellow Muslim girls in her country to actually have an education as well. And guess what happened to her? Someone went onto the bus that she was sitting in and they shot her in the head. Okay, in order to silence voices like hers who are speaking out against the ill treatment of girls in Pakistan. So if you're interested in this more and you really want to learn more about Malala's story, you can do so. All right. During the break time, I'll send you the link over here. It's in the chat group. And then Abel says he feels bad for all the girls living in these conditions. It's definitely pretty horrible. All right. And Malala's story is just one out of many other stories in the world where gender inequality, right, is still quite rampant, all right, especially in the countries that are a bit more backwards or controlled by very crazily, or rather, I wouldn't say crazy, I would say extremist religious organizations, right? This is what happens, right, where gender inequality is still a thing in our modern world. You might think it's not, but sadly, it still is. Okay, so she was given a Nobel Prize for still continuing in her efforts to help all girls in Pakistan get an education, and she survived the shot to the face. All right, after getting reconstructive surgery in the United Kingdom, she came back stronger than ever, garnering a lot of support for her cause, and now she started a fund, all right, in order to forward the campaign, all right, to have girls still go to school, all right, at in Pakistan. Yes, she was shot at 15 years old. Okay, and that is when you guys would be in Sec 3, right? When you're in secondary 3, you get shot in the face. Can you imagine that? By crazy guy comes onto the bus with a gun. Okay, so whatever that we're reading here in English, sometimes you guys might be like, it's just another passage. But these are actually based on fact. We actually draw the information from sources of the internet, right? It's based in reality, based in fact. So it's like good information as well. So as you learn about the world, you learn about English too. Okay, so there we go. And let's continue. All right, now I know that there are a few of you who have not had the chance to attempt this grammar close. There are two grammar close exercises. So we'll see how the time actually proceeds with the second grammar close after that. Then I might give you the break earlier. So I'm going to put Oscar's name down here as well because Oscar has done it but he couldn't submit the work. I'm also going to put down the two trial students' names here as well for you to answer the questions here so I can keep track of the marks. Your marks, if you're a trial student, right, Jade and Jasmine, your marks don't get added onto Class Dojo, but at least you know how you scored for the whole thing after you've attempted it. Okay, you get the Class Dojo account only after you have joined permanently, like Nathan, right? So Nathan was a trial student last week. He's joined this week permanently. He got the account. He can start to accumulate points and exchange for rewards. So Jade and Jasmine. Let's look at the first one. All right. As a journalist, I've been honored to interview some exceptional girls. Blank girls will not let anyone stand in the way of their education. Abel, Habib, Nathan, and Grace got this one correct. Everyone got it right. I just need Oscar, Jade, and Jasmine's answers. Type it in the chat group, and then I will go through it once I receive all three answers from Oscar, Jade, and Jasmine. That is true as well, Jade. Very true. Is anyone legend? Let me have a look. There are two legends for so far today. The legends are Abel and Grace. Congratulations, Abel and Grace. You guys are legends for this exercise because you got everything correct. And Abel and Grace are not just legends for this exercise. They are legends for the next grammar close part 2 as well. They got everything correct online the first try. So kudos to the both of you, Abel and Grace. Good job. That's why Habib was asking if anyone was legend today. Yeah, so these two are legends today. So legends, if you're a legend, right, you get the full marks and you get extra bonus marks as well. So you don't just score 10 class dojo for this exercise, you score 12 class dojos because 2 class dojos are actually bonus marks. So Jasmine has given me her answer. How about Oscar and Jade? What are your answers, please? Looks like Jade is very invested in the story of Malala Yousafzai. Definitely worth reading, right? She herself is a legend as well. So Oscar says age as well. How about you, Jade? Just very quickly, what do you think the better answer is? And I just want to let you guys know I'm more than okay if you wanted to turn on the avatar because you didn't want your face to be seen or something, but at least turn on the camera so that I know that you're in front. Yes, Oscar is H. I'm just waiting for Jade. Jade, can you stop changing avatars, please? Give me your answer. Answer for question 1, 5, 4, 3.
H.
Type chat group. Yes, very good. Answer is H. Good, everyone got it correct. So these girls, you must use the word these over here because girls, right? Plural. So if you use H over here, very good. Everyone got this one correct. Next one, all right, question 2. I interviewed Amina last summer when I traveled what Nigeria. All right, so the 4 of you who submitted, you got it all correct. I just need the 3 of you who haven't submitted. When I traveled what Nigeria. Okay, Jasmine says K. How about Oscar and Jade? Oscar says K as well. K as well. Okay, all of you are correct. All right, when I traveled to, obviously, because it's traveled, right? The verb traveled always matches with the preposition to. All right, so all of you are correct. To. Remember, after we've used it and we're very, very sure that we have actually gotten it correct, we cancel the helping word. But of course, we cancel it in pencil, just in case the word we use can actually be used in a better way. All right, for a later question. So next, Jade is already saying it's L. Her home is a place where girls. Do you agree? So Oscar says it's L as well. Jasmine says it's L. Good. Everyone got it correct, including the 4 who did it online as well. Good. How do we know it's where? Because it says place here. It's a direct clue. All right. Next, how about question number 4? Jasmine, Jade, and Oscar. The rest got it right. Jasmine says it's D for number 4. How about the rest? Do you agree? All right. And stay at home. Blank not having a chance to attend secondary school. Let me cancel L. Where's L? There we go. L. Okay, Oscar says it's D too. How about Jade? Yeah, you can see that Jade is looking at the answer because you can see his eyes moving. Yes, answer is D, that's right. Jade, you only need to type it once, you don't need to type it so many times. All right, the answer is despite. Despite not having a chance to attend secondary school, Amina has persisted in attending one. Now, for question 5 over here, Habib and Nathan actually got it wrong. So Habib and Nathan needs to give me the answers for question 5 too. What is the best answer for question 5? Habib says it's B. How about you, Nathan? And of course, Jasmine and Jade and Oscar as well. Jade doesn't know this one. Habib says it's B. All right. How about Nathan? Nathan and Habib originally wrote J for this one, right? For her right to this education, but J is wrong. Don't pick J. I literally just said J is wrong, Oscar. Don't pick J. Still awaiting? Jasmine and Nathan and Oscar. Oscar, please change it. I obviously said it's wrong. Yeah. So if you don't use J, what are we going to use? Habib thinks it's B.